Good morning, YouTube. Possibly Twitch if I feel like uploading on Twitch. Uh, we've done the first 5 episodes so far, and game's going quite well. I think I'm doing a good job. I'm about to start episode 6. It just come to my attention that I just realised that there's actually 2 more episodes. I thought it's just one, so I'm not too sure if I can play them both today. But I'll try to play them both today. I'll definitely finish episode 6, but I may be ganked by someone. I might be intervened, and there's gonna be loads of background noises. So I'm not sure if I'm able to uh, play episode 7. But I'll try and do this quickly. So I'll skip the talking right now, and let's just go straight away to it. Enjoy, guys.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
I try my best not to rush. I'm trying to make it like, quality over,
Well, you get her on
putting
the
this.
phone right now and tell her she's got to go through with it. I moved my schedule all around to accommodate this lunch, and I'm not about to... Yes, I know what time it is. If her beauty sleep gets interrupted, tough. Hold on, I've got another call. Trisha Vanderhook speaking.
Mom, you gotta help me.
Dad,
Oh shit.
where are you?
At school, I've been shot. And, oh God, stay back.
Is this another one of your tricks? I told you, you're not getting another dime out of me, sonny boy.
What do you want from me? I'm sorry, okay? It wasn't personal.
Oh
Ted, can you
shit.
hear me?
Got
Say
shot for
something.
real. School shooting. Only America, Kappa.
What's the nature of your emergency?
It's my son! Let me through, damn it! I'm his mother. Oh!
Is that tag?
Friendly tip, Ray. If you ever decide to get murdered, don't call your mom first.
So you should call the police. Give them codes that, they're being held hostage or being shot at or their life is in danger, etc.
See if you can calm her down, Martinez, okay? Get her some water or something. We're gonna need to question her once we're done here. So, what do we know about the workout king?
Tag Vanderhook, 18 years old, set to graduate from this school next month.
Nice scar on his face. Any other distinguishing marks?
Yeah, 2 bullet holes. First one passed through him here in the side and took him down. Second one got him in the heart.
That'll do it. Well, I guess we're looking for evidence of motive, traces of the killer.
Anything that'll give us information about the crime.
Okay, from behind it looks like there was some sort of tussle. Like there was some sort of fight. So, yeah, smashed glass or something. Oh my gosh. Family connection to the school, clue about motive, ballistic evidence, time of death evidence, clue concerning entry, clue about motive. Okay. I'm not sure if you should just suck it out right away. Wait, was there pictures? Doorknob.
The door's spring-loaded, and it's got a keypad lock. Whoever shot our Vic must have had the code to get in.
Or the kid opened the door for his killer.
Yeah, oh no, open the doors, yeah, right.
Look, trophy case has been smashed.
Well, there's a medal missing.
Track and field awards. There's a medal missing from the display.
Whoever snatched it wasn't too careful. Part of the ribbon's still attached.
Kid got killed over a track medal?
I meant to hover over the broken glass, but whatever. That looks like some sort of portrait or something. That, I don't know. Okay. Oh, this little hole.
Here, first bullet, the one that got him in the side.
That's
And
quite
the
low.
shooter must have been standing about here.
It's a long way from the door. This wasn't some drive-by. Our killer got pretty close to the victim before letting him have it.
A little exchange of pleasantries before getting down to business.
So time connection. That's a ballistic evidence. So time of death, I guess. Because we still don't know the time of death. Oh, it's this thing here, maybe.
This gymnasium was presented, blah, 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 generous donation from the Vanderhook family.
Vanderhook. That's our victim's name.
Yep.
Somebody didn't appreciate the generous donation.
Okay, so the last one will be time of death, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't think we can use the clock because I don't think the clock was broken. Maybe it's a blood patch, because with the blood patch you can actually determine how long he's been wounded for, and then we can then kind of like make an assumption of how long he died. Because obviously the more wet the blood is, or the more dry the blood is, then the longer it was since he was being shot. Say.
Looks like our Vic grabbed this to staunch the bleeding.
Before the second bullet finished him off.
Oh, there's a phone as well.
That the phone our Vic used to call his mom?
Probably.
Our home was called
Last
at what
call
time?
was made
So
at 6:05. Lasted 28 seconds.
And ended with a bang.
I guess with the bang we know when
Then
the
you should be
final
able to
bullet
tell
killed him,
us hey, what's this?
but we don't know when the first shot was.
In the kid's mouth. It looks like. Wait a minute.
It's a message.
Check it out.
A medal?
From the trophy case.
Alright. What? Why did I rank up? Okay.
Mrs. Vanderhook, we know you've been through quite a shock, but we're hoping you can answer a few questions.
We're very sorry for your loss.
I don't want sympathy. I want justice.
And
Of
justice is
course.
what you get, unless you played a role into it.
This may
Play the
be
part in it.
painful for you to hear, Mrs. Vanderhook. We found this medal in your son's mouth. Does it tell you anything?
Yes, somebody didn't like my son.
Or
He
you.
has a talent for making enemies. He and New Amsterdam Prep are like oil and water. Last month he was thrown off the wrestling team. Last year he was badly injured in a fist fight.
Wait. He's thrown off. How do we know he was thrown off or not? Yeah, fist fight. I don't know, so I say yes. Okay, I don't know how, but let's see the answers then. Victim has a scar on his face. A fist fight, I guess. Curtis remarked that Tag was absent from the wrestling. Was he? I didn't check the note on the wrestling. Maybe we didn't check these, that's why we don't know. Well, a thing on his face here, I don't know if the scar was from a year ago, from a fist fight. And Curtis definitely didn't mention anything about... I saw a gymnasium picture, never said about wrestling. Let's read it again. The gymnasium, no. We didn't take a picture of the photo. I thought we took a picture of the photo. No? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Let's do that one now. Oh shit, yes. We good. We good job, detective. I'm good.
Would
Detective
that be how
back.
you got the scar?
I'm afraid so. Spoiled that handsome face, but what did he
Triumphs
kill?
once again.
Tag had what one might euphemistically call an assertive personality. Came with the territory, him being a Vanderhook.
Being a Vanderhook.
Should I recognize the name Vanderhook?
Only if you're ambitious, detective. We prefer to stay out of the limelight. But think of the names you do know in this town. None of them would have succeeded without the Vanderhook blessing. Take New Amsterdam Prep. We Vanderhooks had everything to do with building its reputation and keeping it afloat. Just last summer I gave the school a new gym.
Consistent with evidence. Yeah, we saw that placard thing. Plaque in that room, yeah.
This gym?
Yes, detectives. The very gym in which my son was killed. The irony is not lost on me.
I still think she played a role in it, as in like someone who went out to get at her by killing her son. I don't know why. This is what I'm guessing. But, Wrestling team final phone call.
What did your son say to you when he called? Did he give you any indication of the killer's identity?
He tried, but I didn't give him the chance. You see, I thought it was all just a trick to get me to cough up money.
Some mummy she is.
Did he say anything at all that can help us?
He said he was sorry.
To you?
No, to the killer. He said it wasn't personal.
Yeah, it's fine, you know. Some mum you are. Mom, I'm dying. Son, quit playing a prank with me. Alright. Okay, mom. I'll just go die here then. What can we assume from the statement? Tag previously offended the killer. Tag offensive accidental. The killer's motivation was revenge. I mean, it could have been accidental. It could have. I think it was more revenge, right? No, what? Ooh, okay. Alright. Was it revenge?
I know boys his age sometimes tend to keep their problems bottled up. Did Tag and you communicate?
Yes, detective, we had a model relationship. He told me everything and I denied him nothing.
We had a model. I don't know. No? She said earlier Tag played his cards close to his chest. Boys hang a lot, but she really admitted to cutting out of her will, trying to trick her out of money.
Pardon me for bringing this up, but if that was the case, why would he resort to tricks to get you to cough up money?
Excuse me?
Didn't you say you jumped to that conclusion when he called you?
This is how you work, is it? Seizing on every little contradiction and throwing it back in a person's face? Must be exhausting.
Bitch!
As a matter of fact, our relationship did hit a rocky patch
Tell the
last
truth.
month. April
You need to be
Fool's Day, to be
consistent.
exact. We had a rather nasty fight.
Oh, nasty fight.
You're saying everybody who makes it in New York has to get the Vanderhook blessing.
This might be a red herring,
It wouldn't
actually.
have anything to do with putting Donald Trump back in the headlines.
Donald Trump?
I'm in no mood for small talk, detective.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a red herring. Okay. What more
Do
checker?
you know why Tag came here today?
To work out.
Before school hours. How'd he get in?
All the students have keys to the main entrance. It's part of the school's philosophy. To show we trust them.
But the weight room was locked. Takes a key code to get in.
Yes, that room is for the athletes only. He had access through his membership on the wrestling team.
No, she said that he got taken off over a year ago. Tag out on the business. She said Tag was kicked off the wrestling team. Yeah.
Didn't you say he got kicked off the wrestling team?
So he was breaking the rules. That's why he came to work out before school hours. Are you going to put him on report?
I'm giving it attention, but son is dead.
What did you fight about, if you don't mind my asking?
But I do mind your asking.
Listen, Mrs. Vanderhook, we're just trying to find your son's killer here.
Then I suggest you start doing that and stop prying into irrelevant personal issues. My son was a good boy, detectives, with a life of promise ahead of him. Now he's dead. That's all that's important.
See, I got my rank. See, I don't know why I'm doing a good job. I'm not getting a pay rise, not getting anything. I'm not even getting a promotion. What's the point of me doing all this?
I just don't understand how something
Still a
like
poor
this could
schmuck,
happen
a
here
pleb.
at New Amsterdam Prep. We try so hard to model peaceful methods of conflict resolution.
A good example is the best sermon.
Benjamin Franklin. It's been my motto as headmistress.
I'm working my ass off on the street, yeah. I want my own office, but I'm still not getting my own office. I gotta share like a fucking cubicle, kind of like with my colleagues. Fuck's sake, man, give me my own. I want my own office, baby rage. Wah.
Mrs. Boersma, do you have any idea who the murderer might be?
None. Tag was such a popular kid.
I'm not sure if she's popular. He's getting in fist fights, more like popular in fighting. He wasn't expelled. I guess oh. Was it the bottom one? Antagonized? Well, what did she say again? The one seems to want justice. I'll just read the white text on it. Talent for making enemies. So I guess that would be antagonize, right? Yeah.
Mrs. Vanderhook told us he got in a lot of fights.
Yes, well, he was high-spirited, I suppose, but we all loved him. He was loaded with life.
Loaded is the word.
Yeah, loaded with bullets, that's what it is. He is. Medal of Mouth.
What can you tell us about this medal?
State cross-country champion 1997. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I can rattle off academic records from memory, but sports records, that's another story. Is Coach Harvey in? Well, when he gets back, have him give me a call. I've got a question for him.
The weight room door has a keypad lock.
Yes, that's a recent change. Some students were complaining that certain athletes were monopolizing the equipment. The lock allows us to monitor who uses the facility and when. We issue a different code for each sports team, one for football, one for lacrosse, and so forth.
Is this consistent? Consistent with what? But look, I thought it was just for athletes. She said. Kicked off. For athlete only, he had access through his membership on the wrestling team. Yeah, I guess so. Because he was on the wrestling team. Team schedule posted on our workout room. Didn't see that. Express survival. It's a tough one, right? Yeah.
Can you tell us who entered this morning?
Certainly. I just have to check the record. That's odd.
What?
There were 2 codes entered this morning. I recognize the second one. That's the code for the golf team. But the one that was entered at 5:40, that doesn't match any of the codes we issued.
Administrative code, maybe?
No, I've never seen it before. 01010.
I got a feeling I need to remember that, but whatever. I can always go back.
You said the first code was entered at 5:40. What time was the second code entered?
6:08.
I can't remember. I really can't remember. I can't remember. Is it here? Wait, room, right? Boom. Wait. Last call was made 6:05. Lasted 20 seconds. No. So someone saw him but didn't say anything. The killer entered the golf code. Tag didn't enter the golf code. Had to think a little there, but it was okay.
That's after the murder.
The killer went out and came back in?
Maybe the medal in the mouth stunt was an afterthought.
Coach Harvey? Yes, I know. Just guess.
Oh, it's a wireless phone.
Tell me something. The first place state medal for cross country from 97. Yes. Can you tell me who? Harris, of course. No, that's all. Thank you. The student who won that medal is dead. His name was Harrison Bedford.
Should we need... Oh. Wait, what year was this? 1997. Yes, we do. Is it connected? Oh shit, if it is. I think it was a victim. Oh my god. Nephew of victim of this one. See, this is quite cool then, because you see the prepper jogger thing.
Harrison Bedford, the preppy jogger.
That's right, he was a student here.
at the end of each
May
episode,
17th,
and now it's connected to
1988.
this one. Quite
Just
cool.
exactly a year ago.
You followed the case?
Quite cool.
We conducted the case, and please, you don't have to remind us we blew it.
I'm sure you tried your best. Such a tragic loss.
Could the two murders be related? Were Harrison and Tag enemies?
Well, not to my knowledge. We encourage our students to rise above petty feuds. Semper et infirmi est animi exeguique voluptus ultio.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I'm guessing that's Latin, maybe?
Harrison Bedford had a brother in middle school, didn't he?
Not anymore. Franklin's here at New Amsterdam this year. He's a freshman.
What about the girlfriend? What's her name?
Have you met Harrison's girlfriend? Yes, we did. She was pregnant, wasn't she? She was pregnant, I remember. Can't remember her name though. Ah, fuck. It's obviously not Carmichael, it's not Van... Was it Alison Conway or Karen? How are we supposed to know? I played it earlier this weekend. No, fuck. It's Alison? Karen. Alison? Karen. 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 Karen? Alison. Hey, Karen. Oh, hi there, Alison. Hey, Karen. Oh, hi there, Alison. Hey, Alison. Good afternoon, Karen. Oh, you're here, Alison. Hey, Karen. It sounds like a Karen to me, but I don't know. Oh, fuck.
Allison.
Oh, it's like an Alison.
Yes, she's a senior, transferred here
Shit.
at the start of the school year, sponsored by Mr. Bedford.
Are both kids in school today?
Well, they should be. Yes. Oh, I remember.
Oh,
seeing
she's
Allison's
Borsman.
Mercedes in
Fuck.
white when I
If I
arrived.
knew her, if I paid attention to her fucking surname, it was
But they're in
obviously
class.
Alison.
I hate to disrupt the students' education.
Damn.
It's our education
I should've
I'm
checked.
thinking about right now.
It was so obvious thinking about it now. It was so fucking obvious. But I ranked up to her. And my logic was not the best logic, you
Allison
know.
Conway goes to prep school now.
Mr. Bedford is a generous fellow.
Probably helps that Allison gave birth to his grandson.
Here's one case where being a teenage mother moves you up the social scale.
Detective Briscoe.
There she
Detective
is.
Curtis.
Nice to see you too.
She's got a kid. They got a
I
kid.
guess this is about Tag Vanderhook.
News travels fast.
We'd like to ask you
I
a few
hope she didn't
questions.
kill him.
You know, there's another murder that's still unsolved.
Right. We're investigating whether there might be a connection.
Because my logic is that, you know, if I try to do like some sort of acoustic memory, you know, tracking back here, did I hear a hey Alison, or hey Karen, hi Alison, and so forth, you know? And I thought it was a Karen, but her name was Alison. Oh well.
Where were you at 6 o'clock this morning?
6 o'clock? I was at home.
Home
Obviously
is
it
still
failed,
in
though.
Brooklyn?
No, I live with the Bedfords now, ever since Brendan was born. I thought you knew that.
Memory's the first thing to go.
Same
Did
here.
anyone
I'm
confirm
old as
your
Briscoe.
whereabouts?
Kappa.
Sure, the whole household was up at 6. Brendan was throwing one of his famous tantrums. He's got a scream that could shatter glass.
Except alibi. Well, if the mother could, so the grandmother, Harrison's mother can do it, then yeah, sure. It saves time. It can be corroborated. Yeah. Yeah, just need her mum to her mother, or not, kind of like mother,
I
but not
tried to
knowing.
sneak canned baby food onto his plate and he caught on. So I have to go down to the kitchen and mix him up a fresh batch in the blender.
Kids got discriminating tastes.
He's a Bedford.
Yeah, so Mrs. Bedford or Ms. Bedford. Bedford tag.
Did you know the victim?
Tag? Sure. I mean, a little. This is a small school. It's hard not to know everybody a little. And Tag wasn't the type to blend into the woodwork.
How long have you known him?
Since September, I guess.
How's that possible? Since September? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, transferred here at the start of the school year. Okay, so yeah. She seems trustworthy, maybe too trustworthy. I'm so speculative of everyone. I don't really trust people. There's one on tag started new. No, headmistress justified Alison and tag mentioned on to said Alison transferred to. Yeah, that's what it was.
What'd you think of him?
Everyone kowtowed to Tag because of his mom's money. He liked to brag about his conquests in class, and the teachers were too spineless to shut him up. I kept my distance.
So you weren't one of his conquests?
God, no. As if.
I think his brother, the brother could also seek revenge, but I don't know.
Something peculiar about this murder.
Tag had a medal shoved in his mouth. Harrison's medal, right?
How do these things get out?
It's a high school detective. So, who do you think put it in there? Harrison's ghost?
Would he have reason to? Did he have
Might be the
something
brother.
against Tag?
When me and Harrison were together, we didn't waste time talking about Tad Vanderhook, okay? But he did stick up for me once when Tag was a real ass.
What did Alison say earlier? Everyone. Well, I click on yes or no. No? Okay. Fuck.
I thought you first met Tag this past September.
Yeah. Not counting that house party last spring.
Tell us about that house party.
Harrison wanted to introduce me to his prep school friends. Tag wasn't invited, but he showed up anyway. About midnight. He got in my face and called me Harrison's little Brooklyn bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Harrison got him in a headlock and made him apologize. Totally humiliated him. It was awesome.
And that was the end of it? Tag ran off with his tail between his legs?
I don't really remember how it ended, to be honest. I was pretty wasted at the time. I passed out not too long afterwards.
Brandon, Franklin.
Franklin Bedford's supposed to be in gym right now, but we didn't see him on the basketball court.
He's off with the golf team at the Chelsea Piers driving range.
Oh.
They've got a big tournament coming up, and the coach has them all practicing their swings.
Oh, golf club, eh?
What? Check with Mr. Tate if you don't believe me.
We do. It was a golf team that keyed in the lock key. Everyone says I got a good thing. Yeah. We've got enough stars now. I probably won't get
Golf on a day like
get a rank
this.
up though, but
It's been pouring all morning.
The driving range is covered now.
Must have happened after they revoked your membership.
You live in the same house as Franklin. Was he there at 6?
Sure, I assume.
You didn't see him.
No, I mean, he would have still been asleep at that hour.
no, she said about the baby crying, waking everyone up, right? I was at home. I live with brother and so the whole town was up at 6. Yeah. Yeah, sneaky, thinking you catch me on that one. Nice, son. Her screen very had everybody open on, yeah. The game trying to be sly, trying to catch me on the sly, you know?
Nobody could sleep on account of your baby.
Not on my watch.
Nobody except Franklin, I meant. That kid could sleep through anything.
Did you actually see Franklin this morning?
No.
Tag insults you. Harrison attacks Tag. And later, Harrison is dead. I guess people must have pointed fingers.
At Tag? Like I said, I hardly knew him. When you guys ruled him out as a suspect, I never gave him another thought.
What about the people who did know him?
I guess a lot of the kids around here kept on thinking he might have been involved.
Did Tag do anything to dispel their suspicions?
Tag was a bully. I think he liked having people think he was a killer, especially the younger kids.
Kids like Franklin.
Thanks, Allison. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, because when Tag said it wasn't personal, kind of suggests that he killed him, but not personal. So it made like Franklin. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh shit! I ranked up as well. Pork
You
chair.
think our boy Franklin is the killer?
Pieces seem to fit.
So, if he entered the golf team code to get back into the weight room after the murder, who entered the first code?
The mystery code? Well, could have been Tag himself. His weight room privileges were revoked when he got kicked off the wrestling team, but his mom said he was good at getting around the rules.
So then Tag let Franklin in.
Not realizing the kid had a gun and meant business.
It's a good theory. Not enough evidence for an arrest.
Yeah.
Not yet. Come on, let's find some.
Need
Can't
more
you just
evidence.
talk to him when he gets back from the driving range?
We intend to do that. But in the meantime, we need to take a look in his locker.
Oh, you can't do that without a warrant.
No, but you can. New Jersey versus TLO. Back in '85, Supreme Court decided school administrators have the right to search lockers, provided they have just cause for suspicion.
You've done your homework, Detective. I'm impressed. Still, I don't know. Franklin Bedford's always been a well-behaved
That's the thing. The quiet ones are always, a dodgy one.
We have reason to believe Franklin had already left
The one you gotta
home
keep
by
careful
6 this
an eye
morning.
out.
Allison told you that?
Reading between the lines, yeah.
Shouldn't we let him explain before we jump to conclusions?
Kind of argument.
He's on the golf team.
That wasn't a crime last time I checked.
Yeah, but somebody entered the golf team's code to get into the weight room this morning.
There are plenty of students who use that code, detectives. I don't see why suspicion should fasten on Franklin.
We think Franklin blamed Tag for his brother's death.
Oh dear. I'm not unaware of the rumors that have been circulating around the school.
Revenge is a powerful motivator, Mrs. Boersma.
I suppose I should open that locker for you. Here it
Yeah.
is, number 224. What exactly are you expecting?
Do we need to remember
find?
this number?
We'll know
224.
it when we see it. Bingo.
A gun.
See you at lunch, Tyler.
Franklin Bedford, where were you this morning at 6?
Why? What's this about?
Little matter of a murder weapon we found in your locker. Care to explain? Book him.
You are under arrest for the murder of Tag Vanderhook. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to a lawyer.
I feel sorry for him, but if it is him, I'm gonna have to bust his ass. But
No confession yet?
Not a word. They must teach counter-interrogation at that fancy prep school.
Time to turn up the pressure.
Good cop, bad cop?
Mm-hmm. He's only 15. He's not too old to cry. You get him there, then I'll turn on the compassion and bring him home.
I'm sick of waiting for a confession from this punk. We got the weapon, we got the motive. At this point, he's just wasting our time.
Go easy, detective. Come on, Franklin. Come clean. It'll be a lot easier for everybody if you do.
this is
My
how
client
good
maintains
cop,
his
bad cop
innocence.
works.
Give me a break.
Alibi. Tell me where you were
Already
at
know
6
you
o'clock.
were out of the house before 6. So if you weren't busy drilling holes in Tag Vanderhook, where the hell were you?
My client prefers not to disclose this information this time.
Need a little more time to cook up an alibi? Don't rush on our account. Daddy's not gonna make this one go away, kid. We're staying here till we get the truth.
Do you remember the strategy for coaxing the confession? No. Get him to the break. Damn, who can read that fast, man? Even I'm fucking British, I'm English, and I couldn't read that fast. Who the fuck can read that fast? What the fuck?
You hated Tag, didn't you? Of course you did. Harrison didn't like him a bit, and you wanted to be just like Harrison.
Don't talk about my brother.
Franklin, it's okay.
What does ouch mean? Is that wrong? Good cop.
He killed your brother.
I have no idea what I'm
At
supposed to
least
do.
that's what you thought.
I couldn't read it in
the
fucking
name
time.
of justice. The DA will recommend leniency.
Yes, child, this didn't work. Bad cops,
Sure,
keep busting his
Harrison
up.
was your hero. Great athlete, big man on campus, the perfect older brother. But the hero died, and his enemy went on living. It must have burned you up every time you saw Tag's smirking face in the hall. Knowing how he got away with murder.
Shut up. Shut up! You don't know what really happened.
Don't take the bait.
You get under the skin. Okay, let's go. More backup, more backup, more backup.
Everybody knew Tag killed your brother, but nobody could touch him. There he was, walking around free, laughing about Harrison, telling everybody what a loser Harrison was.
Lies. It was all lies! He was a damn liar, and so are you. He deserved it. He deserved what he got.
Franklin, watch yourself.
What now? More? More? More is bad. I'm not past this. Let's go with it.
Murder? It must not be that hard.
Flip the table, son. Frankly,
Turns
flip
out
the table.
Tag wasn't a murderer after all, and you are. So who's the ultimate loser in this story, huh?
That's right, my boy. Stand firm.
Damn, we almost had him there.
Oh, I meant to go. No good, he's standing firm. The witnesses through talking. Better try again. Oh my god. Okay, I've got to skip this then. To save time.
Time to.
Okay.
Go
Okay. So talk about alibi again,
Already know you were.
No. Yes, I remember now, because I fucked up. Put him off his guard, then hammer him. Ultimate aggression and compassion to confuse him. Get him to the breaking point, then bring him home. Good job, detective. Alright. Bad cop.
Don't, Frank.
Bad cop.
Shut up. Shut.
Don't.
Get on this skin. Bad cop.
Everybody.
Okay. Cracking what now? Let's bring him home.
Sure. You had every right to be outraged. And you had access to a gun?
My dad's safe. I found the combination.
So you stashed it in your locker, and when the opportunity presented itself...
But I didn't. I wanted to. I admit it. I brought the gun to school, but then everybody started whispering, and I couldn't go through with it. I wasn't the one who shot Tag, I swear.
Then who did?
I don't know.
Allison?
Enough to a confession for me.
Was it Allison? Really? What face? I feel kind of cheated because, you know, I just started game. I shouldn't have got a rank, so.
Docket number 4258677. People versus Franklin Bedford. Felony murder in the first degree.
How does your client plead, Mr. Vance?
Innocent, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the people request bail in the amount of $500,000.
That's excessive. My client is a juvenile.
So was the victim. Franklin Bedford shot him in cold blood and then returned to desecrate the body. Under the circumstances, $500,000 is warranted.
Last year, I had a young man disappear to Europe after making bail on a drunk driving charge. I'd like to see Franklin stick around. $500,000.
Fine. I'll cut you a check. You bastards aren't gonna take him from me.
$500,000. Wow.
This is you can't find Harrison's killer, and now you want to haul Franklin off on trumped-up charges.
Chump change.
We're gonna beat you. Don't you worry, son. We're gonna win this thing.
Mr. Bedford,
it's in the
you
bag.
are out of order.
Could it be the dad that killed him now?
Must be ruled inadmissible.
The gun is the critical piece of evidence in the case, Your Honor.
Illegal search and seizure. It was obtained without a warrant.
The police were within their rights.
Is McCoy correct? Well, this is the thing. We didn't. Well, we got the judge. Okay, we got the principal to search it, right? So we didn't do anything wrong. So I don't know whether to say yes or no. Because we said we knew we needed a warrant, but the principal had the power, the authority to go and search in that locker, as long as they've got, like, you know, like a reason for it, yeah. And we gave them a reason for it. We told them about the motive, you know, the fact that, you know, the key code, golf key code, and so forth. So what do I click? Yes or no? I got a feeling yes will get me wrong. Within their rights. We kind of bent the rule but we didn't search ourselves. We got the principal to search for us, and we just happened to stand there, and I was like, "Oh, looky! There's a gun," you know. I got a feeling it's no, but I'm gonna click on yes. Okay, I'm right. Okay. Warrant is unnecessary if the suspect is a minor. Briscoe and Curtis did obtain a warrant. Weapons, school mission, authorized search. That's the bomb one then. Yeah. Okay.
New Jersey versus TLO established that school administrators can search students' lockers given reasonable cause for suspicion. The circumstances of the crime naturally threw suspicion on the accused.
And the locker was in fact opened by an administrator.
By the headmistress, yes.
Then I'm dismissing the motion to suppress.
Alright, okay. No suppression.
Mr. Bedford, is your son capable of murder?
Of course not. Why, Franklin helped to organize the Youth Anti-Violence March in the park last fall.
Oh shit, I was in the case. So why Franklin helps? Yes.
Objection.
I'm trying to remember what it is now. Misleading the jury, irrelevant, assuming the fact, evidence. This one? This one? This one?
Misleading the jury.
Objection overruled.
Fuck!
Ty Vanderhook was shot at 6 a.m. May 6th.
At which time Franklin was home.
You can swear to this?
With pleasure. Now, let's be honest. This trial is a farce. My son has been targeted because he's a Bedford. Certain factions in this city want to see us cut down to size.
Can you swear to this? At which time was Franklin? He didn't even answer the question.
Objection.
No expert standing. Speculation.
The defendant is speculating about the people's motives. We intend to prove this case on the evidence.
Objection sustained. You're not doing yourself any favors, Mr. Bedford.
Tell us about your interactions with your son on the morning of the 6th.
I woke up about a quarter after 5 to the sound of his golf swing. And that happens every morning in season. He likes to practice in the yard at sunrise. We had breakfast together half an hour later, as usual, and after that I dropped him off at school.
You drove him personally?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Usually he rides with Allison, but she took the bus that day.
Your witness, Mr. McCoy.
-10. That's not too bad. Normally it's worse. You guys know when I start off, I'll start off so badly.
Perjury is a federal offense?
I stand by my testimony.
All of it?
Golf practice?
You testified that Franklin's golf practice woke you up.
Yes, he's very committed to improving his drive. I fully support him in his ambition, but unfortunately the backyard borders my bedroom.
No. Alice said Mr. Bedford. Oh shit, I don't remember that. It was raining on the day of the murder. Franklin never practiced at home? Is that what she said? I don't remember her saying that. You're not my risk. I don't know, I live with the Bedfords ever since when I was, you know, the whole house was off at 6. Brennan was thrown. I'm trying to sneak him back. Doesn't say anything about. She didn't say that. It was definitely raining on the murder. She never said that. That's just an assumption, so it's raining.
Your son must be very committed, considering it was pouring rain on the morning of the murder.
He, well, he may have been practicing in the study. I don't recall.
Practicing his drive in the study. I hope you don't have any Tiffany lamps in there. You two had breakfast together.
As we do every morning.
Allison Conway said she never saw Franklin that morning.
Well, of course she wouldn't. As a rule, Allison stays in her room with the baby till it's time for her to go to school.
No. Mercedes, but no, she said she was not joking. She had to come to the kitchen to make her better. Yeah. She would have to use the blender for the proper food.
Allison told us she had been down to the kitchen that morning.
What can I say? The two of them just missed each other.
You personally drove Franklin to school?
In the Mercedes, yes. Allison was delayed by the baby that morning, as I recall, so she had to catch a bus.
I don't think she said anything about taking. I think she's lying. I think he's lying as well. He's always lying, but he didn't say anything about bus, right? I don't know this one. What do I do here? Let's say he's lying, he's sketchy. But I don't know why, let's see the answers. Henry just finds in the park, Frankie said he took the bus. That's what I thought, he said he took the bus as well, but let's see. Frankie. Don't talk about permission. I thought I heard the word bus. I don't remember. I'm sure I read something about bus. I heard the word bus somewhere, but in the whole game so far, but I don't know where. I don't think that was it. That might have been it. I was looking at school. Yeah, take this one. Actually, it might be this one. Fuck. And I'm fucked behind now. God.
A murder weapon was found in Franklin's locker. Perhaps you can tell the court where it came from.
I have no idea where it came
It probably took the bus.
But it was
I'm
obviously
sure it was.
planted there by the murderer.
Could we connect Mr. Bedford to the murder? Yes, we can. It's his gun was found from the safe. Franklin confessed taking it from his father's safe. Okay. I said on the guy on the far right. I guess he's in the series, but he hasn't been in the game yet.
Franklin has already confessed
Oh shit, we're broken even.
From your safe.
Yes, well, all right, but not to pulling the trigger. I'm telling you, he was framed. Franklin was framed.
It could have been him.
What's that?
Your Honor, my client has some information to impart privately.
Are you requesting a recess?
I think I'm requesting a continuance.
Uh-oh, what's happening? We're going to side block. Jerry's on the fence. Okay. Literally even. Even.